What is up, guys, and welcome to today's episode, number 32 of the Ipswich Road to Glory career mode. And yes, we've taken a little bit of a break from the last episode, but we come back refreshed and are ready to make some more videos and create some more good moments in this save, which I've sort of neglected off camera as well. Haven't made a copy, but we go into the episode with Manchester United, Man City and West Brom, along with Wolverhampton Wanderers, Wolverhampton for the last game of the episode, and we are away against Manchester United first of all at Old Trafford. And obviously this is going to be Manchester United's lineup with a 4-2-3-1 formation. It's got Skriniar, and that's a tough back lineup from, to be fair, that's quite a tough team going up against what we've got. I can imagine it's going to be pretty hard to actually win this match or even try and get anything out of this match, but we'll have to wait and see what comes out of it, and waiting to see what I see. Literally, how does Hernandez keep that ball in? I was trying to get that out for a throw in, but obviously we're already 20 minutes into the game and Harry Kane has a shot on goal, but that goes over the top and not anywhere near the goal line at all. Obviously Giles plays it back into Colwell and then through to Brownhill into Brown, obviously the youth star, obviously trying to get a few more games in. Actually no, Brown's the free agent player that we brought in. I'm just going to have to try and remember every player that we've brought in now this season. I know we've brought in a few extra free agents, but look at that, there's just a massive kerfuffle within the box, and thankfully Keller makes the save at the end of it and doesn't let Manchester United go 1-0 up in front already. Obviously trying to find Skinner with a nice long ball, but doesn't really do anything of it, but Martinez picks it up, plays it, tries to play it into Fernandez, but we pick it up, and then has a shot from Benjamin Bowden straight at De Gea though. So we're not really going to have anything of that. At the moment it's been quite a dull affair. Obviously not too many chances, but when there has been chances they've always either been saved or skied over the bar. I say that nice too soon. Unfortunately Milinkovic-Savic, right place, right time from that corner kick, is just out in the open, no one marking, and he just slots it past Keller to make it Manchester United 1, Ipswich Town 0, and Wes Burns on the right hand side here tries to lay into Skinner. Skinner goes for the fancy one, but doesn't really come of anything at all. Now Brown pushing forwards, making a run, plays into Bowden. Bowden has the shot, and De Gea with a good save on the 75th minute mark, and that is going to do, once again, not too much, just a Milinkovic-Savic goal in the 66th minute, and that'll be Manchester United 1, Ipswich Town 0. Up against Manchester City next, and we are at home for this one, so nice Portman Road atmosphere going on here. Obviously we've chosen to start Danny Ward ahead of Keller. Obviously Keller not really having a fantastic performance in the Manchester United game, but I thought I'll give Danny Ward a game just because I think it may have been Keller was on international duty. I think a fair few players might have been. If not, then I just thought I'll play Danny Ward, just give him a few bit of games, because both keepers they deserve it. Danny Ward deserved it. He got us into the Premier League from his championship season, so we decided to play him, and we'll see how he goes. And Knight gets played in. Knight is just going to ride into the box. He's going to have a shot, puts it back. Yes, he does. Slots it away nicely into the back of the net. Does the Haaland celebration, which is quite frankly really cheeky of him, with Haaland playing at the same point. Which now Haaland's on the ball. What is he going to do? Obviously a big player for Man City, and you'd think that Manchester City would win this one, but Bowden puts us 2-0 up in front. And at the 40-minute mark, didn't really expect it to be 2-0, and it's just a good feeling coming from the Manchester United game. We're coming straight off kickoff here. obviously losing 1-0 to Man United, and then just thinking that Man City would be an equally tough game, but somehow we finds ourselves 2-0 in front, and look at that Brownhill with a nice 20-yard or 20-metre shot from the edge of the box. That's just, yeah, you can't really complain that Brownhill has a shot like that and just scores from nowhere. But yeah, it's pretty much a dull game, really, dull episode. Not really much happened other than the goals, which is why this episode is going to be quite short. But though, you know, we digress. You know, shorter episodes, you seem to like the shorter episodes, so that's all good. And now we're playing West Brom away, and obviously that's their lineup, 4-2-3-1, and we're going to play our aforementioned 5-3-2, obviously slotting Keller into his position in the back of the net. So we'll have to see how that goes and put Mark Harris up in front instead of Skinner, just to obviously go from there. And look at that, Wolfton makes a good tackle. Is he going to play it out from the box? Only as far as the West Brom player. We're going to pick up yet again Brownhill. No, can't really get it out. It's a massive kerfuffle again, but Keller gets down and saves it, and we eventually clear the ball out. It seems we can't really play this episode, and or this match, should we say. Well, I mean, you know, we played against Man City, which we counter-pressed them to everything, but this game, West Brom seem to be up in our faces as well, which doesn't allow us to play the way we wanted. Though the way we want is pretty much a counter press. You know, they press and then they counter and we press them. But yeah, it's not going our way at the moment. You know, we should have scored against West Brom. I mean, you know, just coming 1-0 against Man United, then 3-0 against Manchester City. You just think, what's going on here? But look at that, Knight gets played in, and who is running with him on the edge of the box? Harris slots it away nice and tidily. The keeper doesn't even move at all. Harris cartwheels away in celebration. Now let's try and keep this lead, as you know, we've only conceded one all this episode. Obviously not let any go in past Manchester City, which I found was just a massive achievement, as Bowden just gets everything wrong on that finish. Though, you know, it should have been 2-0, would have not been nice and comfy at that point, but you know, in the 81st minute now, in the 80th minute, but you know, he's just going to have to be trying to keep it in. Skinner puts it in for a second. No, the key straight at the keeper. What is going on with our finishing today? It's not even today, this match. We obviously only scored one against a West Brom side that we should have scored so many against, but you know, it just didn't come across in our favour to score more. But nevertheless, we get the 3 points that we were after, and obviously playing Wolverhampton Wanderers now. Now I get it correct. Obviously Brownhill and Bowden, Harris, it was all the good players that are in the starting lineup, were completely unchanged. I don't think we made any changes at this point, but obviously Wolves with Fabinho, and yeah, we're trying to squeeze into that top four, but obviously it's very tight with Spurs, Man City and Man United, along with Liverpool. Very close, all like 3 points or 4 points within each other, which is just very tight, but early on in the season, so you know, can we get there? I would love to say we could, but you know, just trying to get European would be fabulous. But look at that, Brown, he's been a massive player ever since we brought him in on a free. Brown on a free, like that is just mental, and he's such a good centre mid. It's just like, you don't even need to spend money on this game to actually find decent players. I mean, yeah, trying to keep it realistic, not trying to bring in too many free players at all, just because we want to keep it, you know, semi-realistic as well. But saying, you know, Brownhill coming in to the club was a bit of a push, but you know, we'll go from there and see how things go. But obviously Wes Burns in a nice centre mid position now, plays in Bowden, but Bowden can't get the shot. Well, it gets the shot away but gets saved, and then Brownhill with a long range effort gets blocked. Now Burns plays it into Brownhill. Brownhill plays it into Christensen. Christensen, what's he going to do? Play it back into Brownhill, into into Burns. Burns, is he going to cut it back? He's got to cut it back. He cuts it back into Harris. Harris hits the post. Bowden tries to get his shot away. It gets saved. Christensen picks it up and fires Ipswich Town 2-0 in front. That is what we love to see. Thank you very much. And yeah, 2 goals in this game. All good, lovely stuff. Obviously just kicking off from the half-time whistle. And what we're going to do very early on, obviously just playing around, keeping the possession. Giles playing against his former club today and plays it straight into Bowden. And to be fair, watching that back, I thought that was going to be offside, but somehow Bowden was kept onside and manages to finish the chance, putting Ipswich Town 3-0 in front. And just trying to keep the clean sheet now, because, you know, if I'd say we've kept the clean sheet of the last 2. Obviously the Manchester United game we only lost, so you can keep the clean sheet there. Would have loved to get a draw, but Keller comes out to try and make the save, but unfortunately the Wolverhampton Wanderers player puts it into the back of the net, and yeah, fires Wolves with a slight chance to come back into this game. There's like 15 minutes left to go, so you know there's every chance that Wolves can get back into the game. Though if we find a 4th, then obviously there will be no chance of them getting back into this game at all. Traore plays it into Hoover. Hoover into Neto. Neto, can he have a shot? No, he plays it into Nunes. Nunes has the shot, and Keller gets a great save. Or a great hand on that. Look at that deft touch from Wolfton. Just traps it and passes it over the Wolf player and just right into our feet, which, you know, is such a nice skill to do, as Bowden gets the header and puts Ipswich Town 4-1 in front. And now there is nothing left to do apart from get the 9 points out of this episode, which, you know, looking at the opposition, I thought, you know, 6 points would be fine. But somehow we managed to get the 3 points from Manchester City's Brown, Christensen and Bowden gets the double. And that is where we are. We're currently sitting at 7th in the Europa Conference League spot, which is really nice. It would have been nice to have the graphic to actually show that we're in that spot, but you know, we'll take it above Arsenal. Obviously next matches we've got is Tottenham, Everton, Nottingham Forest and Liverpool. So another very tough set of matches to start the next episode. But I hope you enjoyed this one. Like and subscribe and comment as well. Bye bye.